Hey everyone, welcome to the Bro Creatives Podcast. I'm Sean.
I'm Jarrett.
Jarrett, we have had so many questions as to where we've been.
Before that, you know how many times people have asked us to start a podcast? How long have we been talking about starting a podcast? Literally years.
We have talked so long.
Years. Anyways.
And today is episode 1.
Finally.
Finally.
It's taken us 2 days to even record this first one. But anyways,
yep.
People have been
That is
asking
true.
where we've been, what we've been doing, and all of that. And I think that it's finally time to tell the people.
Yeah. So
Time to tell
Jarrett,
them.
before we jump into everything, I just want to share a little bit about us.
Yeah.
So with that, can you share a little bit about not just how we have gotten here, but where have you started personally in your career, your creative career? And so, who's Jarrett?
Well, Jarrett started doing production at a church in 2000.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, no kidding. 2014. I started doing cameras at a church, and then I started doing the lyrics, so Pro Presenter. Started doing that, and that was starting at the bottom and just going for it. And so, and then in 2015, I started doing lighting, and that I had no idea was going to be the stepping stone to get out into the real creative industry. So yeah, I started doing lighting, and in 3 months, I had learned everything I needed to at least get hired, because then I got hired. So I went on staff at the church, and then I transitioned to being the production director, and then everything in between all of that. And so I started doing that. I transitioned to full-time freelance the first time in 2018. I got the opportunity to go on tour. So I went and did a tour.
Oh, you went on tour.
I did.
Who'd you go on tour with, Jarrett?
With David and Tamala Mann. Coolest people in the world.
Shout out. David and Tam.
They're amazing.
We love you.
Yeah. Anyway, so I went on tour with them. We went and did a bunch of different cities, gospel concert. It was literally their entire family concert. It was amazing. And basically from there, we started just working. So they have a huge studio as well. And so we started recording music videos. We've been doing all kinds of stuff. We actually recorded a music video that just got a Stellar Award. So that was kind of fun. Yeah, he's excited. I'm excited too. But anyway, so we did all of that.
No idea.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No idea.
Anyways, so we did that. We got the video there. I helped with kind of the creative design side and lighting side. And that's kind of what I've started doing a lot of now, is just getting into the whole design side, but also the business side. And a lot of creatives I know we were talking about is that they don't even understand the creative side of stuff. And so that's kind of the thing that I've been helping a lot with is the business side and getting all of that. But after I finished touring, we started doing a lot of stuff, opened another production company, just was working on getting all of that stuff done. And now here we are at Warplan Studios.
Warplan Studios.
Doing the crazy stuff. Go ahead.
A lot of crazy stuff.
Who are you? Who is Sean?
Who is Sean? Well, I actually started, it's pretty crazy because our unpopular opinion is it leads into this a little bit, but Sean is someone who has gone through a internship at Leadership Development College. And so I actually graduated with a bachelor's in leadership and development with kind of like a biblical underneath. So the whole bachelor degree is leadership and biblical studies. And so going through the internship, that's where the creative aspect of my life was created. And so I went from going to college, going through this college, and then getting hired full-time on staff as our kids' creative worship and creative director. So 2 jobs in one. It was super, super fun, super exciting, running social medias, running graphics, podcasts, everything that we did, running VBSs. Jarrett actually helped with that, which was super cool. But we created VBSs. We did VBSs.
We created so many VBSs.
Well, yeah, so many VBSs. But VBSs from scratch, from the lighting to stage design to the social media content, for over 600 to 800 kids every single year. So super, super fun. And so that kind of ties into where I am now. Meeting Jarrett when I was on staff or going through the internship, that's where I started to learn all of the benefits of rigging, lighting, graphics, all of the fun stuff we're doing now. And so it kind of has carried itself throughout the process. I gradually transitioned to being a freelancer, jumping on board of not knowing where to go
Yeah.
or what to do,
As
where the
most
money is going to
creatives
come.
are.
Yep, where the money is going to come from. And so with all of that being said, going through the seasons that we've gone through financially, mainly financially, not knowing where the next paycheck is going to come from, sticking to that net 30, jumping from job to job, that kind of leads into what I was saying before is graduating from college and learning all of these creative aspects, but taking the degree. Do we actually need the degree?
No, not at all, especially in this industry.
So, I mean, that's it. Kind of like we said, the unpopular opinion for today, Jarrett, is
That you don't need a college degree, or that you need. It's an unpopular opinion. That
unpopular.
you don't need a
opinion.
college degree to get a job.
Right.
And I think that a lot. I mean, granted, I know some creative people that went to like, some creative trade school or something like that, and some of them have degrees. Like you can go to Full Sail. I know a guy that went to Full Sail. You guys will meet him soon.
Oof.
Anyways, he is a freaking genius, literally genius.
So his school paid off.
Yeah.
But the way he thinks ties into
Yeah, I mean, he
what he
learned
learned at
how
Full
to do like all kinds of, like he could literally tell you the ins and outs of anything audio related, and your head would just explode. But
right.
I mean, he could tell you about psychology. You'll see. Anyways, yeah, but anyways, but yeah, I mean, I think that you don't need a college degree, especially in the industry that we're in. It's a lot more hands-on experience. It's kind of what's going to get you there. But yeah, so I mean, that's kind of who we are. I think we've kind of grown and developed over the last 6 years just in the creative industry, creating and doing projects for all kinds of different people, different types of projects, different industries, stuff like that. But it all started in church, and I think that's kind of becoming a more popular thing. Is that a lot of creatives? I mean, I even know I have a friend. His name is Josh, and he's the lighting designer for Chainsmokers. And guess what? He started doing lighting at church, and Chainsmokers found him at church.
At church.
So,
wow.
Church is a great place to start. Yeah. But so where have we been? What have we been doing? Tell the people.
I think, honestly, we should, I'm here because of Jarrett. That's the easiest way for me to start.
Yeah.
So can you share a little bit on how you
sign the checks,
drug us here and got us here? I don't know if
it sounds horrible. It sounds like I kidnapped them, drugged them here, locked them up in a closet, and said, "You get to stay here and work until I let you out."
Man.
No, it's not that way. I'm a nice person. They're the crazy ones. No, it literally started, and I'll make a super long story short.
Very long story.
Because it is a long story. But long story short, basically met a guy named Josh, opened a door for him, and he opened 20 million doors for me. I'll go into detail about that later on, but that's literally how it happened. And
I like how you put that.
What?
I opened a door for him.
Mm-hmm. You never know who you're opening a door for. That's a whole nother message. But anyways, as I was opening the door for him, I let him in onto the stage during a big, huge event, and he met me. We exchanged numbers, started talking. He told me about the studio. I got invited out here to the studio to help him. Called Sean because I need Sean to help with all the things. So I bring him out so he could really do all the work while I talked. That's really what it was. But anyways,
amen to that.
Yeah. Anyways, he made it look really good. And, that's called using your resources, if you ask me. But anyways,
yum.
Gotta love having a little cough. But anyway, so as we were doing that, it kind of just happened to where we met him, came out, looked at the studio, and then all of a sudden the next week we had 40 videos to edit. So that was the start. That was step one. And then within about 4 weeks after that, we had decided that we were going to form a company. And then within about 4 to 6 weeks after that, we hired our first person. Within about 4 to 6 weeks after, maybe it was 6 to 8 weeks. After that, it was about 2 months. We hired our second person, and now we have a team of 4 people plus Sean and I, so 6 people now total. And that's like the surface level. We're not gonna hire. I bet we'll hire another person in probably the next 2 months.
Yeah,
if
I would say sooner.
We'll see,
because the projects that we're doing are super exciting.
They're crazy. But anyway, so now we're here at the studio. We're actually recording this live at Warplan Studios. We're we created this whole podcast set. We're creating some more. We got some super cool people that are coming in because they want to record podcasts here as well.
Yeah.
And we got space to do live events in here. We have a green screen psych wall. You guys
We can
see
run 18
that.
cameras. We
I
have
mean,
Dante.
It's crazy. We can do literally everything in here.
We've actually already put a pretty decent size LED wall in here.
Yeah, we've had a huge LED wall in here. And then, I mean, we're going to be getting another one fairly quickly.
Yeah, we are.
It sounds like. So,
Yep.
but yeah, I mean, here, you want to see a video of the studio?
I think that would be super dope.
Let's do it. Watch this. That's the studio. So yeah, basically, this was handed to us on a silver platter.
What do you mean
And
by that?
it's a story for another time because I'll talk for a long time and you don't have time for that. So, but yeah, it was handed to us on a silver platter. We've been growing and developing the studio. We've been doing projects like crazy.
Yeah.
The revenue numbers are nuts. I don't have all of them exactly in front of me to be accurate, but
In
we
3
will
weeks.
have a podcast that we're going to be doing fairly consistently, just so you guys can be along in the journey with us, just to kind of see how we're doing. We never would have thought we would have had $1 million in revenue in a year. Never would have thought,
Ever.
and it's happening. So
Ever.
don't ever think that what you are doing is not enough to get you to where you want to be.
Oh, one more time.
I honestly don't know if I can repeat that. Don't ever think that what you're doing isn't enough to get you to where you want to be. That's a good one. Anyways, but yeah, basically, so where we're heading, we're obviously we're doing this podcast, which is a stepping stone. I hate being in front of the camera. This is the weirdest thing ever. But you know what? We're
Look at you now.
We're gonna do it. But anyways, we're gonna be growing and developing this podcast, but then also potentially having a mastermind fairly soon. Because here's my thought: is that how many creative people are wondering how to make their first $1 million or how to,
I mean, even just to get started.
well, I mean, yeah, getting started is the easy part. It's actually being consistent and growing a business.
Yeah.
Because a lot of creatives have no clue how to grow a business or no clue how to market themselves or no clue how to scale their business, no clue how to develop a strategy to
Systems.
have systems in
everything.
place, stuff like that. Like a lot of them have no idea. So we want this to be a tool that can help other creatives and other entrepreneurs that are kind of in that stuck spot. Yeah. And I think that we're going to be able to bring some of the right people in, and it's going to, you'll be able to hear it in the right time, and everything is going to just be great. So we're going to get those people in here. I think some of the special guests that we have, you guys are going to meet some of our other business owners. We have 2 of them. Their names are Josh. So we'll say the Joshes a lot, and it's referring to our other half. So Josh Latimer and Josh Fierstein. Josh Latimer, marketing like
guru.
Genius.
Guru is like not even.
He's just a lot of the
explain.
psychology and strategy behind
Everything.
And then Josh Fierstein, he could come up with 500 ideas in about 30 seconds and literally blow your brain up. He comes up with a lot of the script writing that we do. We have a lot of clients that are kind of nervous when they get on camera, but as soon as they get here, it's like they're completely comfortable. They don't even think twice about it. Like they want to do it again. So I think that's going to kind of be a lot of what we're going to be doing. But as far as where we're going, this podcast is going to be fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of people that have questions and stuff like that. So if you do have questions, send us a DM. We're going to have Q&A like episodes.
I mean, you could, I mean, they can be anyway. They could be a freelancer. They can be an employee at a church or any business where you're just sitting behind a desk and you just don't know where your next step is going to be. And so if that's us helping you through the process, if that's us encouraging you along the way, come join us. Like, for real, we want to help you. We want to encourage you. And so, I think that's where we're headed, Jarrett. Like, from freelancers to entrepreneurs to hobbyists, whatever you may be, come join us. And just be sure to come join us on Instagram,
Yep.
Facebook,
Yep.
YouTube.
Yep. There's a
And
little button
yes.
on the bottom right corner with a little bell.
Yeah.
Click that, subscribe. That way you get notifications anytime that we're
On
posting.
everything.
It's going to be great.
Yep.
I'm going to leave you with this. Bamboo takes a year to come out of the ground, but it takes 30 days to grow 100 feet. So if you're in your kind of rut and you're like, man, where am I going? Just as long as you get above the ground, once you get above the ground, it's going to go crazy. It's kind of what happened with us. And here we are. That's kind of weird. Okay, see you later. See you next time.